Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody with like a lucky escape or a last minute departure from a place they don't really want to be, getting out of a situation before it turns ugly. But I love that we have good fortune coming for you as well. So, for many of you, I feel this reading is about somebody who has done the work, the healing work that they needed to do in like the last 30 seconds that they could potentially do it. And they, escape under the door and move into that next level of living. For others of you, this is you anticipated that a job or a relationship or a living situation was not a good place for you to be, and you get out just in time to take advantage of an opportunity or a blessing elsewhere. So making good moves is what it seems like. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of moonshine time. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We'll start off with the Fairy Lenormand. See what else we can learn about this lucky escape. Number 24, the heart. Number 14, the fox. So my suspicion is that this is primarily about somebody who has been able to eke out an ascension in just in time in order to be able to make a love offer to somebody before they get tangled up in a different relationship. So this is like by the skin of my teeth, I was able to figure it out. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling ready for a relationship. And now I'm going to come talk to you and see how you do. Hello, Miriam. How you doing today? Let's start with the Golden Art Novelle. Tell me more, please. That fox is somebody who's been waiting for the right time, or somebody who is sly, right? I wasn't sure if I was going to do this. I wasn't sure if I wanted to change. I wasn't sure if I wanted to move in that direction. But guess what? I decided to do it. This Four of Pentacles makes me feel like somebody has like saved their bacon. I finally ripped the Band-Aid off. I finally made the move that I needed to. I finally made the phone call I needed to, because there's something here. This Four of Pentacles is they're protecting something, and it has to do with this love. It doesn't have to be a romantic love. It could be, protecting a child. It could be protecting yourself. This heart can be about self-love. However, we have two fairies sitting on top of the heart. So I think for the majority of you, this is somebody who is doing what it takes to be who they need to be with you, or to, ask you how you doing. Hi, Johnny. How's it going? King of Cups in the reverse, Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Where previously I may have been dragging my feet, I may not have been interested in becoming a better version of myself, or I felt like it was too much work. So whatever, I'll just, drown in my sorrow. Now with this Page of Pentacles, notice also very like protective of it. Now they're saying, I want to fight for this. I don't want to just give up. I don't want to just let go. I don't want to question how I'm going to feel in 5 years when I think back on this moment when I could have gone for this love that I want and chose not to. So with the Tower, this is positive movement forward. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, somebody who wants to make amends. World in the reverse, because there's unfinished business. It ain't over yet. The fat lady didn't sing. I'm still in love with you. That kind of thing, right? I might as well give it one last shot. Hello, is it, wait, Lily? How are you doing? Definitely not. More, I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but no, they are not muscular. We've got the Death card, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Magician in the reverse. This has been difficult. This has been really difficult for whoever I'm reading for. You have felt like this was too much work. This was too much to take on. I don't know if I'll be successful. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know if it'll matter. Maybe I'll go through all of this effort, work on myself, become a better version of myself, and then that person's not interested in me or everything falls apart. I do feel like I'm dealing with a little bit of a pessimist. You may call yourself a realist. That's fine. You can identify however you want. But this is trending towards thinking about what goes wrong in situations and letting that prevent you from taking action until now. Now we have somebody that's basically saying, that's what they're saying. I might as well try, right? Hello, Nathaniel. How's it going? It's like, what's the worst that could happen? So the way I'm seeing it in my mind, which is kind of silly, I love skee ball. Love skee ball. If I have any opportunity to play skee ball, I will like post up there and I will challenge random strangers and I will try to win. And I love going for the top ones, right? Obviously, the big pointers. And if it doesn't make, what is it, like the 50 pointers, then it'll bounce into something lower. And then maybe I'll get 20 points or whatever. This person's like, I'm aiming for the stars. I'm aiming for those 50 pointers. Or I think there's a 100 pointer too. I can't remember, you guys. It's been a while since I played. But they're like, why not? Why not at least try to go for what I really want? And if I don't get that, I will at least be happier with where I am as a person, or I will at least have moved out of a difficult situation. So we have the Devil in the reverse. Good for you. 9 of Swords. It's not easy. I do feel like whoever I'm reading for, it seems like you are going through this alone. And a lot of people go through Ascension or Dark Night of the Soul alone. So let me just send you a quick virtual hug. You got this. You can do it. And I admire your bravery. This is a huge change, but it brings you good fortune. Good things are coming. This is a turning point in your life. But there's, somebody's breaking a sweat. Like, this has been a lot of work. This hasn't been easy. This is maybe more than I thought it would be. And there are some tendencies towards self-sabotage. The number 5 is probably important because we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse clarified by the 5 of Swords. We do also have the 5 of Cups, but sandwiched right in between those two is Strength. And let me tell you what these 3 cards say about this person. Hello, Jane Doe. To you also. Thank you. This is saying, I could, 5 of Swords, walk away. I could ruin it. I could drop the ball at the last second, I might mess this up because I know in the past that's been my pattern. I put in a lot of work, but instead they're saying, this time I'm not going to do that. This time I'm not going to do the self-sabotage. I'm going to actually escape underneath. I'm totally picturing Star Trek, you guys, obviously. The doors that slide down and people are like, oh God, red alert. And they get underneath the door just in time. This person gets under the door just in time. And the reason they do is because they are thinking about this 5 of Cups. If I don't do this, I'm going to regret it. If I don't make this decision for myself, there's going to be a moment in my future where I look back on this point and I say, I should have done it. I should have gone, balls to the wall. Why didn't I? So they're letting that motivate them. and reminding themselves that this self-sabotage behavior will only get them into the Five of Cups. They're trying to remain strong. All right, this is the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have? Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? Hello, Jess. How's your day? Nathaniel, you're a pool shark. That's pretty great. I was just watching the Twilight Zone episode about the pool game between, it was Fats Brown, something Carter. Can't remember dude's first name, but he challenges the best pool player whose, you know, plaque is on the wall or his picture's on the wall, and he's jealous because he wants to be the best pool player. It was a good episode. Wisdom and indulge. Hey, you know what? Sometimes it is totally okay to motivate yourself to do the right thing for you, because after all is said and done, you know you'll be able to enjoy yourself. If I do this workout 5 days in a row, on the 6th day, I can have a bagel. Whatever it is, right? This person's like, I know this is difficult. I know I want to give up. But I'm going to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to focus on how things change, right? I'm going to focus on the laughter, the pleasure, the bliss, the vacations, the escape, and the ability to rebel from what has held me back. And that'll get me through this ego death, this spiritual awakening, these changes that I'm making in my life, because it's worth going through this transformation, knowing what is waiting for me on the other side. Oh no, I ruined it. Hold please. I like my cats to be all organized, okay? What else do we have? I see some tarot readers just like throwing their ish down on the table, like, and I'm, what? How are you doing that? I want to line up. So this person's torn. I think we've kind of already talked about this, right? Head versus heart. There's two worlds this person has lived in. Two worlds that call this person's name. Hey, you belong over here. Hey, you should do what you need to do to be here. And one of them is more logical, and one of them involves following their heart. There's no way it would go the way I want it to. There's no way that person feels the way that I feel. Versus, I feel it in my bones that that's who I'm supposed to be with. Or I feel that this process will be worth it, even if it's difficult. I feel that the love that I have for myself is justification enough for me to go through all of this change. So I want to see what happens when I don't give up. I want to see who I could be if I let go of the tendency to self-sabotage. So it's a decision. Which way are you going to go? I like it. Hello, Carrie. How you doing? Hello, Maribel. How we doing? Hello, Nawaji. How's your day? All right, let's get a little bit more, shall we? This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. Wow. I don't normally see these cards as somebody who's talking to themselves, but that's how I see this. Whoever resonates with the individual that is changing, I'm going to call you strength because it's better than death. Because death, it evokes different emotions, right? But it's the same principle. This is, I'm willing to transform myself. I'm willing to go through a metamorphosis. I'm willing to stand up for what will make me happy. They're asking themselves, will you ever make this right? Will you ever do this the right way? And there's a deep attraction to somebody. This is probably why we have this heart card, but you're in charge of whether or not that resonates for your story. There is somebody who they see as very wise, who has guided them on this path of ego death. The more I do this reading, the more it feels like a twin flame reading. So we will see if that card comes out later. But this is, the love I have for you has inspired me to finally show that love to myself. This could be somebody who masqueraded as very confident or even arrogant. This could be somebody who was very isolationist, didn't really want to connect with others. This could be somebody who had a lot of challenging examples in terms of how love works that failed them, that taught them how to approach things in a not so great way. And they've changed that perspective. They see things differently now. I had to let go of some of those beliefs that I had. I had to let go of some of those perspectives. I had to let go of not believing in myself, of not thinking that I was worth that kind of a relationship. Yes, you are. All it requires is that you have a steady commitment to being a better person tomorrow than you were today. What can I do to be kinder? What can I do to leave the world a better place than when I found it? What can I do to, think about my future and lay the groundwork to get where I need to be? This person loves themselves because they love you. And I caution people on that kind of thing because you are worth loving regardless of any third parties. Self-love and the ability to want good things for yourself and not sabotage them are their own justification. You deserve that. You deserve to treat yourself well. You deserve to love yourself. So when this person realizes, you know what? I do love myself. You know what? I do deserve to be loved. I'm not going to run away anymore. I'm not going to ruin things anymore because I see it differently now. I see it as attainable. I see it as something that I should have in my life and something that I should work for. I don't mind taking out the trash anymore because I know when I come back inside, it's going to smell better. It's going to feel better. You know how that feels when you get like a real good spring clean in or a real deep clean and you're like, oh, I even vacuumed, the floors are clean, I organized the books and everything. The counter spaces don't have anything crowded. It feels sparkly, right? This person feels sparkly and they daydream about how life would be with you in it. This is the Noisy Tarot. If anyone actually wants to find this deck, I know how to find it on Amazon, but it's the name keeps changing. The easiest way to find it is if you search tarot and hologram or holographic. Yeah. Because it's got this cool. Well, it doesn't really show it as much. Let me see what the next one is, because there's cooler ones. But I just call it the Noisy deck because obviously it is noisy. So they have different effects. Primarily it's like for the background, right? But look at that Seven of Swords. It's like the card is a flannel. All right, so this Five of Wands has already come out. But what are we fighting for? This person is fighting. By the way, 5 is a really important number in this reading. It also is a number associated with change, and with the Tower coming out, this is about somebody changing their life, changing their perspective. And what are they changing? That they had an aversion to offering stability or letting things get to that point. I don't want to rely on anyone. I don't want to be in love with anybody. I just want to survive. Leave me alone, kind of thing, right? They realize now that they have had a distorted perception of stability, a distorted perception of security. If everyone is 100 yards away from me, I'm safe, is not how they feel anymore. Because now they miss someone. 5 of Pentacles. Hermit in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Magician. It began with a realization that I missed you, that I wanted you in my life, that I wanted to hear your reaction to my joke, or that I wanted to talk to you about the biggest news story of the day. Whatever it is, this highlighted for, what did I call you? Strength. The person who's changing, right? I've also come out as the King of Pentacles. I realize now what I need to change because I met you. I don't know if you just held up a big old mirror and you're like, hey, look, it's you. See all the things you're doing wrong right now? I'm pretty sure you didn't do that. But you have a way about you. And that way about you is, if you don't treat me right, I'm not going to be there for you to treat me wrong the next time. I respect myself. I love myself enough to walk away even when I love someone if they don't treat me the way I deserve to be treated. You held a mirror up to this person. You said, hey, look, this is what you're doing wrong. This is why I left. This is why I don't want to put up with your shit. You want to work on these things? Maybe we could talk about it. But until then, I'm just going to put a big old exclamation point on it. This is what you need to work on. Okay, yeah. Now, hopefully you weren't as sassy as I was. But you made very clear for this person, you could be happy with somebody like me if you didn't do these things, if you didn't self-sabotage, if you didn't run away as soon as you caught feelings. So, what do you say? You want to try it? You want to go after that life that you've been running away from, that you secretly crave? You want to see what you're made of? It's a little bit of a playful challenge. Like, you think you can do it? I think you can do it, but you're going to have to actually do it. All I do is for cheeseburgers. I like it, Matt. I don't understand people looking at hamburgers. How can you deny the cheese? Hello, Danny. I guess some people don't like cheese or can't eat it, whatever. Hello, Khalil. Hello, Frederick. Hello, Steven. Good morning, Peggy. How are we doing? I'm getting kind of hungry, Steven, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit longer for you guys. What else do we got? King of Wands. I was reading the other one. And Strength. Okay. There we are again. You may have Leo in your chart. Now that I have done what I needed to do to feel better about who I am, what I'm going for, how I would treat people that I respect or I admire, now I'm ready for action, right? I think I'm ready. There's a crossroads here. Okay, so you've been working on stuff. Okay, so you've been healing. Now we're going to give you an opportunity to show that you've been working on it. It's like, okay, Congratulations, you learned how to play the oboe. Now you have to go and play for an audience. It's a weird reference. I hope somebody out there has an oboe. But they're saying, I've done all this work. I've come all this way. I have to like do something, right? If I did all of this change, if I worked on myself, if I changed my life, and I don't say something to this person who inspired it, won't I regret that? Won't I wonder what would have happened? High Priestess in the reverse is clarifying the Hermit in the reverse. I don't want to mess it up again. I don't want to fumble it again. I don't want to sacrifice all this work by not actually doing what inspired it. So here I go. It's time for me to take a trip, visit this person who inspired me, make this offer of love. For some of you, this is not romantic love. This is, you were a great parent. You were a great mentor. Thank you. But I feel for the majority of you, this is probably a twin flame reading. This is probably somebody who did not treat you right, lost you, and then has, because they love you and because you loved them when they felt they didn't deserve it, they're going through this ego death and this, soul searching. All right, this is the Wild Reflections. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. I've done everything. Now what I'm missing is my divine counterpart. Why? Because we're clarifying the King of Wands. I don't have my Queen of Wands yet. Regardless of gender, that's how they're viewing it. They feel like it's time to go get their love. It's time to go communicate how they feel for this person who has inspired them. That they're a little nervous. Nine of Cups and the Tower in the reverse. Now that I have changed my perspective, now that I see things differently, now that I love you more than before, now that I've changed, will you still love me? Now that I'm different, do I still have a chance? Did I take too long? Seven of Cups. Four of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is the last challenge before communication. This strength individual, the King of Wands, is at that crossroads, right? That Two of Swords. I got options. Is it time for me to finally talk to this person? Hello, William. How are you doing? Is it time for me to say what I want to say? Because they feel like this connection has taken a step backwards, and it could be a little bit shocking for their love interest, their Nine of Cups, to learn, or their Queen of Wands, to learn that this person has gone through all this change. It's probably been a while since you've seen this person or heard from this person. Page of Pentacles, Judgment in the reverse. They haven't decided. They're distracting themselves with little projects, shows, books, cleaning, responsibilities, because they're scared. I know it's probably time for me to actually reach out and tell this person that I'm in love with what's going on. But I'm really nervous. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. What if I did all of this work and you just don't even listen to me? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. What if you've let me go? What if you've moved on? What if you've met someone new? These thought patterns are reminiscent of the self-sabotage. Catch yourself before it's too late. You want something, you go get it. You want to be with somebody, then speak your piece. Tell them how you feel. Express your love. Because no one's going to do that for you. And I want you to be happy, okay? Could they have potentially let you go? Could they have potentially moved on? Damn right they could have. But that shouldn't stop you. Respect people's relationships, respect people's boundaries. But if you have a communication that you've been working towards and you want to express how you feel, send it. We've got to be respectful of what's going on in this Nine of Cups life. But it feels to me like whoever you are, part of your journey is finally getting to the point where you didn't self-sabotage it. You didn't mess it up. You focused on that goal. You worked on whatever you need to work on. And then you said, all right, I'm here, new and improved, and I want to take you out. What do you say? You like cheeseburgers, or you're one of those weird people that just eat hamburgers? I'm totally insulting my mom. I love you, Mom. She doesn't like cheeseburgers. I don't get it. Of course, she thinks it's weird that I don't eat chocolate like she does. That's cool. Thank you, William. Hello, Cosmic Create. Is it Creatrix? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I appreciate that so much. I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Moodiness. Nine of Wands. Wounded Warrior. Six of Pentacles. Yes, I know I'm nervous. I know things could go a different way than I expect. Yes, there's still a little bit further to walk, but I can do it. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. I've been through a lot. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been working so hard, and I don't know if this is going to break my heart, but not saying anything would guarantee a broken heart. So I'm going to go for that, 25% chance I have, or whatever it is. Cross my fingers. And we got the Six of Pentacles. Will you ever make it right? I'm going to make it right. I'm not going to self-sabotage. I'm not going to get in my own way. I'm going to do right by the situation. I'm going to do right by the person I love. And I'm going to do right by myself. I'm not going to give up on something that I want. Because I love myself now. Because I know I deserve to be happy. All right, let's see what our Overthinkers Oracle has to contribute. This does have a twin flame card in it, but it's, as you can see, it's a lot of cards in here. All right, what do we have? We may also get false twin flame. I don't really get that vibe off this, but that's because somebody's actually doing the work, right? What else do we have? Please don't go. Wait for me. Divine Whistleblower. Do you remember when I was being lame at the beginning. I was like, it's a mirror. I'm showing you what you're doing wrong. You are on this planet because you show people what they need to work on. I think in a rather beautiful, subtle way, an elegant way. But maybe some of you are like me and you're like, hey, you over there, you're doing it wrong. You helped this person identify what they needed to work on in a way that was not judgy. You weren't trying to make them feel bad. You were trying to actually help them improve their life. And that's a difference, right? There's two different ways of doing that. Well, there's probably more than that, but those are the two main ones. Marriage proposal. I want to marry you. What do you think? Yeah. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. I'm afraid I will never love anyone else the way I love you. This unfaithful cheater card is either what has caused them to have a bit of a tainted view of love, right? Nothing ever works out. Everybody always cheats, or they themselves have been the cheater. I think for the majority of you, this person has been in a significant relationship and was cheated on, or possibly had parents that were very unfaithful. So it's like they expect that people will be unfaithful. I'm hiding my emotions. They've got good karma. This is a turning point. Oh, shit. For them because they have actually been working on themselves. So it's like the bumpers in the bowling alley. You're going to get way more points because you don't have to worry about the gutters. This person has good luck on their side. And even if I'm not going to say that. You're going to find happiness. It's about what that happiness looks like, right? As far as, do you proceed with this love offer, or does it maybe require a little bit more time for you? Oh, I see. Oh no. Is this what you've been dealing with? There is a false twin flame here. I don't think it's the two people we're talking about. I think that's what this person needed to heal from. This King of Wands, strength individual who feels like everyone cheats, had somebody that was very focused on physical connection tell them that they were their twin flame. So they had to let go of somebody in the past that kind of tarnished that image or made them maybe more stubborn where it concerns their own spiritual journey. Earth angel. And you have been a contradiction or contrasted this false twin flame. Initially, they may have pushed you far, far away because they figured you were just like this person from their past. But you weren't. They see you as this person who could do no wrong. You were honest with me. You were loving. You were communicative. You tried to make me happy. And I treated you like I treated the other people. Oh, Lord. This is the situations deck. Are we quoting songs right now? Hello, Voyager. How you doing? What else do we have? focused, eyes for you, fascinated, watching. Your intellect arouses them. Divine masculine. This is basically the Emperor card. So our King of Wands is pursuing instead of waiting around or assuming that they won't get what they want. So we have plugged, tuned in, internet connected, and I love this because it's clarifying I see life differently now. I feel more in tune with the universe. I feel more in tune with you. I feel more in tune with myself. But they had to extract themselves from a trap, a community or a relationship, a living situation where they felt like they couldn't escape, like they couldn't make any changes. I'm stuck in a marriage. I'm stuck in a contract. I'm stuck in a lease, whatever it is. They had to find a way to get away from, I think, a person or a place. Something that was either a place that was a money pit, like I can't make any money here, or a person that used them for finances. Sorry, I just kicked my trash can. So we have a meeting, 2 or more people. And even though it took a little while, this is something that had to develop over time. This strength individual, or King of Wands, realized that they were meant to meet this 9 of Cups who has inspired them. And they took a much more subtle approach to the connection than this false twin flame. And with the Escapade card in the reverse, even though they may have felt like they couldn't get away from this entrapment, this situation that made them feel like that was going to be their life for the rest of their life, it was really because they were unwilling to look at the circumstances or the information around them. When they listened to their intuition, when they considered what was really available, they realized that previously they had just dismissed this as an option because they didn't want to do all the work required. Now they're okay with that. Now they're like, okay, sign me up. I'll do all that work. Or they already have, right? This is the Crow Tarot. Hello, Mountain Girl. How you doing? Hello, Kingly Eagle. How's your day? What else do we have? The Hierophant. Sun in the reverse. If the way I viewed things before only resulted in my being unhappy, if my narrow vision of the path before me only made me feel like I was stuck, then maybe what I need to change is how I view things. Now that I see things differently, I can see that there is a path to being happy. I felt unhappy because I felt like there were no choices available to me. Sorry, Mountain Girl. I just don't have the time to do that. The notifications are supposed to notify. I do give it a little bit when I set up the readings. I try to wait a couple minutes before I actually go live, but I also try to go at least, 3, maybe even 4 or 5 times a day so that you guys can catch me. But I don't want to blow your phones up with posts every time. So we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, Death, Page of Wands, and the Fool. I love that. So before the previous life, the way they felt stuck, it was because they were doing everything surface level. I don't want to like dig in deep and really know what I need to fix. I don't really want to know who the people are that I'm dealing with. I'm just going to kind of exist and stay away from people. But this Knight of Wands in the reverse, it didn't work out for them. It wasn't the right strategy. So they're realizing what I really needed to do was be more honest with myself about what I wanted and who I am. And that's what led me to believe I needed to work on myself. I needed to love myself. I needed to be more realistic about my circumstances. Page of Wands and the Fool. And that's where the turning point comes in and somebody decides, I'm ready for a new life. I'm ready to make changes. This isn't going to happen anymore. I'm not going to self-sabotage anymore. I want to be happy. So they're choosing a new approach, choosing a new life. Justice in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They know that they treated this connection not the way they should have, basically. I should have been more respectful. I should have been more communicative. I should have told you how I actually feel. But now, instead of viewing that as everything is completely over, now they're viewing it as an obstacle. This was a problem. This was something that created separation between us. This could have potentially made you feel like you can't trust me, but I still have the ability to fight for it. I still have the ability to apologize. I still have the ability to tell you how I really do feel. Hello, Julie. Good morning. How are you? Oh, right back to you. We've got Queen of Cups. Three of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Cups. So distance has made the heart grow fonder. I realize now that I love you. I won't stop loving you. I'm afraid I will never love anyone else the way I love you. So if I accept that as truth, and I also accept that I deserve to be happy and I deserve to be loved, the only conclusion one can come to is that I need to make a love offer. I need to see you. I need to say how I feel. All right. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have, please? Wedding. They do want to propose marriage. This situation involves marriage. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like this might be for the Nine of Cups. It could be for everyone, right? But this is like, let this person talk maybe for a little bit. You might initially be like, I'm gonna stop you right there. But it's important to not feel like everything has to go a very specific way. Be open to how things play out. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes, the good commentary, and the subscribes. I will be back in a little bit for another reading for you. I hope to see you there. Otherwise, toodles.